Right. Right. Can you hear me now? Please tell me yes. Can you guys hear me now? Please tell me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, tell me. Let me know if you can hear me. Uju? Hello, everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me. You still can't hear me. Oh, no. What's going on? Oh, gosh. Oh, you can hear me. Oh, gosh. Okay, Sister Martina, you say you can hear me now. Yes? Yes, you can hear me. That's good. That's beautiful. We are in business. Uju, you can hear me now. Can everybody hear me now? Oh my goodness. Yes. All right. If you can hear me, give me all the thumbs up, please. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to our live stream today once again. And I'm going to say, for those of you, I try to be official now. If you are watching this as a playback, please give us a thumbs up and leave me a comment. This is a live stream. Yes, we're in business. Uju said you thumbs up. So you can hear me now. That's really good. I'm doing this StramYard for the first time today. And I was trying this to see if people can call in, but I've just been told I was supposed to create a telephone number that I'll be able to put on the screen. So I'm not able to do that. I know some of you that are here, they already have my number. So if you want to dial in, you are free to dial in, please, when we start the discussion. So, but obviously, I'm not going to be able to put my personal number on the screen. So I'm going to try and do it properly. Someone have volunteered to show me what to do by next week, so that I'll be able to generate a number that I'll be able to put on the screen. So yeah, majority of you that come to support me, you already know me and know my. So I think you use the WhatsApp number, those of you that are across the pond. And even those in the UK, just call me on WhatsApp. I have my phone next to me here. So I'll be able to use that one because somebody has told me that's another way of doing it instead of calling online. So if you dial my WhatsApp number, I'll be able to put it on speaker so you'll be able to speak to every one of us. I hope that makes sense. Yes? All right. Thanks everyone for coming to join us or for me to join my live streaming today again. And thank you for all your support once again. And if you are watching this as a playback or you've come across this video sometime in the future and you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel. And those of you who've already subscribed, please give this video a thumbs up. And we need to create awareness so that more people can join us. Yeah. So please, would you just let me know, was it just very easy to join this as well? You just click the usual link to join. So if you are still there, you are not busy, just let me know if that was how you join. You just click the link that on the advert to join, or you just join through the notification. I just want to know if this works better than than the other live streaming via the YouTube. Yes, so okay, so it wasn't difficult for you to join them. That's good. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, so I have some notes that I've written down here. I'm going to try because, as you can see, this topic is a very sensitive topic, and I'm usually my giggling, laughing self. I'm going to try as much as possible to manage my giggling, but obviously we still know that even when we are talking about a very sensitive topic, we still have to try not to but let ourselves be overwhelmed somehow. But we still have to try and make light of the situation where possible. But at the same time, we have to be sensitive that people in this situation. Okay, Uju said through notification. Thanks very much, Uju. I'm always so grateful for your support. So yeah, please, as usual, help me say, oh, Sonia Duruji, thank you very much for coming. You are all showing up again, once again. Thank you. Please help me send a reminder again, as usual. You know what I mean? So please, yeah. So yeah, good evening, Auntie, and everyone. Thank you. Thanks, Sonia. So yeah, please, I know it's a sensitive topic, but at the same time, all of us have experience of this in one way or the other. Either we actually in a family where it could even be happening to us. We could oh, Rachel, thank you, my little sister, my adopted sister from Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. God bless you. So yeah, so we know it's a very sensitive topic, but at the same time, the reason why I'm doing this, I really want it to be practical. I want us to be able to discuss this in a very informative way, so that we must have friends, families who are in this situation, so that we know how best to support them in a sensitive manner. And at the same time, if we ourselves are in this situation, we should be able to take something away from there to here today. So I just don't want to make it another video. It's just not just any other video. It's just it should just be something. It should be something that will really benefit everybody. And I'm sure we will be able to share one or two example here. So we'll be able to share one or two example here, so that we'll be able to somebody would learn something from it. So that's the aim of it, because obviously those of you who's been following this series, I started, but I didn't really mean to do it as a series. It just happened because I started by doing what even brought it on me, and myself and Jennifer, for example, if you know Jennifer, that I did a video with collaboration with on being on being a girl in a predominantly girls family with only one brother. So, but what resulted to that video, I think something came up. I can't even remember what made me to do the plight of a girl child. So it was when I was thinking of doing the plight of a girl child in Nigeria. Oh yeah, I saw a poster of that woman who had a bike. The poster I put on the thumbnail of a lady who was on a bike and carrying everything, carry a baby on the back, carry some baby. You know, for those of you who have watched my video, if you go back to the thumbnail on the girl child, I think I saw that poster, and I've seen a poster before, so many other posters that projected how the children are being treated in Nigeria. So I wanted to do that topic. So around the same time, I was chatting with Jennifer. Jennifer also said, oh, I said, oh, I'm trying to do this topic. She said, oh, it's something that she's also having in mind. So I said, all right, I'm going to do the topic on a live chat anyway, live streaming anyway, but we're going to do a collaboration together so that we can do something in your channel, because I happen to grow up in a home where there were more boys than girls. So we decided to do that video. Those of you who haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. So from there, it just snowballed. When I watched it, I said, it would be unfair, it would be unbalanced. Hello, daughter. Isheshe, you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I felt it would be unfair to do the girl child and also do the boy child, because we're not getting it right with the boy child either. So that was how it just continued. Then I now do the firstborn, lastborn, and so on. So, and now, as I did the middle child last week, I was not thinking, I was reflecting. I said, Who is left out? I don't really want anybody. Hello, Ebo Nigeria Mama. Thank you for joining us again. I will greet all of you properly later on. I just want to do the introduction to this video. So I then said, if I'm doing the what else is left out, then it dawned on me that there are only child family in Nigeria or even other parts of the world, especially in Nigeria. There's something that is unique to our culture and the way we treat an only child. Then when I now wanted to put the only child, and I said, it's not just the only child, you know, there are actually some families that don't actually have children. There are some childless couple. Then as I was doing that, I said, we have moved on now, or not that we've moved on, things have changed a little bit now. There are actually some families these days that choose, especially in the Western world, and some of us, some of our next generation, some of our children's generation in this part of the world, some of them actually decide not to have children. They call themselves, not that they call themselves, I don't want to use that term, I have to be politically correct. The term that is used for those who choose, who are not having children by choice, is called child-free. But that's a term, I'm sure sometime a time will come when they will change that again. For now, that's one terminology that is being they used to describe themselves, not wanting to have children by choice. So that's why I decided to add that. And as I added that, I said, there are actually some matured single women and men, or mostly in Africa, it's tend to be mostly the women that are being noticed more, because at age 50, 60, the men can decide to go and marry one 20-year-old child, a girl, 20 or a younger woman, and decide to have children even at 60. But we know that generally, because of the biological clock of ladies, by the time they pass 40, 50, people are now seeing them as if, they are not really, people are not really too keen to marry them anymore. So I just felt, I should add that as well. So you all can see where all of this just snowballed from. So I hope you are there with me. I've got the introduction out there. So I'm going to welcome all of you properly now. And please bear with me once again. I put the camera in front today so that I can be looking at the camera in front of me. So, however, my chat is still on this side. And on the StramYard, I'm not sure if you're allowed to give a super chat or super sticker or anything. If you are, because my camera, I'm using a standard camera. So, thank you, Ebu Naja Mama said, nice topic. I can't see any super chat there, but I know they see somewhere, because I've attended some live streaming where they've used StramYard. People have still been able to support people with some super chat, but I'm not sure how it works. But if you know how it works, still support me with super chat. You know, I like being supported. So I'm not sure how that is being done. I'll try and figure this out as I go along. So anyway, so that's where we are today. So I'm mindful that two people have joined us from Nigeria, and I'm mindful that data can be an issue there. So I'm going to try and dive into this discussion now. So please, let me know what are your experiences. None of you, if you're an only child, let me know. If you are not an only child, if you had friends, or you still have friends. Obviously, when we're growing up, obviously you might remember that you might have friends in class or so who was an only child, or now you see no friends who are only child, they're adults, and they were only child of their family. So let's start giving example of the things that are the difficulties they are likely to experience, and the positive as well. We don't want to focus on only the negative, also the positive. And also, if you know, you must know a family in Nigeria that is don't have children yet. So I want to put it that way, because we are always hopeful that they will have a child one day. So those are that's the only way I could say it as a childless couple. So please bear with me if that term doesn't sit well with you. And also, I don't know how they do thumbs up here. If you guys can see thumbs up on StramYard, give the video a thumbs up so we can create more awareness. I'm not sure. I'm not very sure of this StramYard yet, but I think I actually prefer the other one, because I've got used to the other one. I just wanted to try this today. So yeah. So please, if you have experience of, obviously, you must have friends or family members who do not have children yet, or who are even past the age of having children and never had children. They might be in their old age now. So, or even you could be experiencing it. I know it might be very sensitive. You might not want to say it here, but if you want to say, or you could be, and you could be a family where you have an only child yourself, or you could have been an only child. So please, let's be open and share and see what are the experiences you've had. Especially the part I want to discuss first is the fact that when I was growing up, to have an only child wasn't never by choice. Most people who had only child was because they couldn't have any more. And in most cases, it could be because of the health problem of maybe due to health issues of the mother. Maybe when she had that first child, could have been a lot of health issues, or something went wrong during that time and she's not able to have another one, or she tried or she couldn't have anyone. And even there are some childless couple who probably had a child before and they lose the child, they lose the baby, and tried for more and they haven't been able to have any yet. So although I know it's a very sensitive topic, I have to keep reiterating this, but it's something that is happening in our community. This is why YouTube is here, because it's something we need to talk about. So I think one of the things I think we really need to promote and be sensitive about is how we approach these people. I know those days, like when we're in the boarding school, once you know that somebody's an only child, you say, oh no, when people just hear that, oh, you're an only child, they say, oh no, oh, you are poor you. They look at it like something bad has happened to you because you don't have siblings. But is that still the way it still be seen in today's society? Okay, somebody says something there. I think what people have to remember is that when you bring a child into the world, okay, there's more. Are you typing more? Let's see. Okay, it seems as if that's where that's ended so far. I'm sure you were trying to type more. Maybe it came up before you. It went. Sometimes when you're writing the chat, it just kind of go. It clicks before or whatever. It goes. It ticks and appears and sends before you try to send it. So anyway, let me just try and quickly welcome everybody here. Lean on Me with Cristiano KK and Mary's Lifestyle TV. We're here earlier on waiting. So yeah, I know those two are very busy. They're also YouTubers. And my lovely sister Martina is here once again. Thank you very much for supporting me. Uju, always here. Thank you. My sister from across the pond, supporting me. And yeah, and Rachel Esekagbe, my young lady, my young sister, adopted sister from Nigeria. Thank you very much. Sonia Duruji is another YouTuber. Uju is another YouTuber as well. I forgot to mention that. Ebo Naija Mama, as usual, from Nigeria, supporting us, always coming in to support us. Also another YouTuber from Nigeria. So yeah, network is dealing with me. Okay, sorry, Ebo Naija Mama, just do whatever you can. I know, I understand. Okay, yeah, thank you, Sister Martina is telling me you are welcome there. Tell me Becky's Kitchen, that's another YouTuber, another adopted YouTube sister. So thank you all of you for coming once again. So please say something in the chat. I want you to join in the chat. And all of you here so far, you all have my number, my WhatsApp number. So if you want to dial in to say something, you are free to say so. But if you want to say something in the chat, you are free to say so. So first of all, the part I want to stress, okay, Sheshe just said something there. I think what people need to remember is that you bring a child into the world. So probably, Sheshe, tell us more what you want to say about that. I know probably you might be going down the route of when you bring a child into the world, you have to be prepared to provide for that child. And it's not just financial provision, as it's emotional and developmental provision, as we all know now, especially when you live in this part of the world, that it's not like just back home where you say, oh, God will provide, just have them, God will provide. So, but in our time, there wasn't too much choice in it. So that's why you see many people. I used to wonder, how come many people in diaspora, once they reach 3, they stop, because it's not easy. By the time you start paying childcare for 3 children, so some of us even had the mind to say, we have 4. So then we have to stop because of all the other emotional, psychological, and all the responsibility that comes with having children, especially in this part of the world where you don't tend to have friends and family around. Even if they are around, they are so busy with their own life as well. So the thing I want to stress is, people used to see um, having one child as if there are a lot of things that people worry about when it's an only child. Some people will say, oh, they'll be lonely, they won't have siblings to play with. That's why the general mindset is at least have 2. So, pardon me. Ebo Nigeria Mama, I don't know if network still let you see. I have my warm water here. So that's a point. But one thing some of us have to know is, okay, they will say, oh, to have a sibling to play with, or to have a sibling maybe later on in life. Obviously, we always think one of the things we Africans, or Nigerians in particular, always think about is the fact that when the parents are older, it's shared responsibility for the care. But we know in this part of the world, sometimes these days, children are living in Australia or even far away from you. So, but that's still another thing people think about. Okay, Sheshe says something again, that it is important job to raise a human being to be a functional member of the society. Yes, I understand. Yeah, that's true. That's part of it. That's something people should think about. So, but some people will also belong to the school of thought that it doesn't take so much difference from looking after 1 to looking after 2. That is just a little bit more of your time and effort. So it's not always ×2 effort. But most of the younger generation, like Isheshe, feel is a much more than that. Because sometimes this is why some of the children might not be getting the best from the parents. Because like it's almost like hand-me-down love. You put so much effort on the first one, when the second one now come, as you are using hand-me-down clothes, you're also you almost using hand-me-down love. Or, okay, they just go to the same nursery as the other child. So, but I can see where the other school of thought is coming from as well. Because, for example, if you have them maybe 2 years between each other or so, you might use the same child care provision, the same nursery, the same primary school. So you're likely not to be dropping off. You're likely not to be dropping off in a marriage. You're likely not to be dropping them off in 2 different places. Initially, you might. Okay. Okay. Yeah, somebody is sharing with me here. So she didn't want to share on there. So yeah. Okay, yeah, she doesn't want to say it in public. So yeah, I understand. So yeah, so why I really want us to, that's why I want us to be very sensitive. I'm talking of the only child first. So, but what this other person have shared with me on the WhatsApp, I'm going to try and share it. So I think it's really important for us to be very sensitive about that. So that's first of all the only child one. Yeah. So I'm going to read more. I'm actually glad that Sheshe is here today because in as much as I try not to make life too much about this, but you guys should bear with me. So I'm really glad that she's here because she's representing the views of the younger generation. Because especially the younger generation that didn't grow up in Nigeria, they think differently the way we think, the way we were brought up back home. Because naturally, it's like the main purpose of getting married in Nigeria is to have, the first thing people have in mind is to have children. Some people, when you're on your wedding day, will even be praying that in 9 months' time, they want to come and celebrate. So couple of months, and that's why people nickname the womb watchers. So by couple of months, and 3 months, they are not seeing any sign. 6 months especially, they are not seeing any sign. And 1 year, they are not seeing any sign. They already start saying, oh, what are you waiting for? As if it's something you have control over. you know, so it can be very sensitive to do that. So let me try and read the Sheshe's comment. Then I will discuss after, because I know we are coming to the half-hour mark now with 25 minutes into this. I will discuss after this. I will move on to the childless couple first of all, which is the very sensitive part of it, and also bring out the view of the child-free one, so we know how to also relate to them in the community. So please, I don't know whether you guys are very busy today. Please, I really want you guys to talk about other things. I know it's a very sensitive matter. People will not want to talk about it on the personal level. Okay. So yeah, so far, Sheshe have said that it is important. It is important job to raise a human being to. So let me bring it back up again. You guys have to bear with me. She's writing so fast. She's written an essay on this screen. When you are watching it play back, make sure you put on the live chat so you can read all of this. A lot of issues. Okay, you first of all said that it is important job to raise a human to be a functional member of society. That's correct. That's true. A lot of the issues we have in the world is due to broken humans who were raised by broken parents. Yeah, that's true. There's a point in that. We should have children with purpose and ask, can I actually raise 2, 3 children or more? Do we have the capacity to raise them to be functional members of society? Okay. For me personally, my child is an only child. This is by choice. And why the stigma is not the same as the example you gave, okay? But often people act like not wanting any more children is such a big issue. Why I think there is pros to having siblings, there is also cons. It's true, okay? Oh, thank you, Divine Okonkwo. Thanks for joining us. That's another YouTuber. Hi, everyone. Sorry for being late. My network is bad. I understand, Divine. Thanks for coming. I know Nigeria network can be a bit of an issue. Auntie Mabel, oh, you look good. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a shame what I have typed. Okay, well, I don't know. Okay. It's a shame what I have typed didn't send. Oh, I'm so sorry, Auntie Martina. You can call if you want to say something. Call me. You have my WhatsApp number. Call me, then you can speak. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So yeah, Sheshe, I can see where you are coming from. I know I have a friend actually at work who have an only child. And obviously she's an African. They're not from Nigeria, some other part of Africa. And she's married to a white gentleman. And this gentleman is from a sibling of 5 groups. And they chose to have only one child because they felt that's the only one they could look after. And he also, I think some people also, I don't think it's not popular to these people. I don't know if she's going to watch this video in the future. At the moment, they don't know I do YouTube. So yeah, so but not this particular couple, and I don't really know too much about them. But some people choose to have one child because of their own experiences, or even choose not to have children, the child-free ones, especially in this part of the world. I know in Nigeria, there are people, even now, people with the social media, there are actually people now who are now saying the same thing, that they choose either to have one child or they choose not to have children, or especially choose not even to get married in Nigeria, but they will not tell anybody because of the way the society will shut them down or frown at it and whatever. So there is that as well. I think our culture doesn't really allow people to express what their feelings and wishes are around this marriage, children, and how many children you have. So some people might just keep it to themselves and say, it's only 1 or 2 I can have. Whether people are talking, they'll just say, oh, well, they just kind of not say anything, or they just pretend, oh, this is the one they can have or whatever. They try not to discuss it with anybody. But the difference between now that the social media, people are more vocal. People are able to say things more about how they actually feel. Thank you, Bonajama Mama. Thanks for coming back. So yeah, so I understand. Okay, if you type a message too long, it will not send. Maybe that's why. Okay, then. Okay. Thank you for telling us that, Isheshe. You have to break it up if you have a lot to say. Okay, then. You see, that's why you have the young mind with those who grew up with technology. They know what to tell us. So yeah. Okay, then we know that now, Sister Martina. So next time, if you have a long message, break it up. You can see young people, they are very good at chatting and breaking it up. Me too. I don't know how to do that. I'm learning. So yeah. So yeah, that's that for that one. So I'm going to move on to the childless couple now. In our culture, it's a very, very big stigma that when you don't have children, the way people even look down on you is as if something is missing in your life. Oh God, some people will interpret so many things to it. You don't have enough faith and whatever. There are just so even in the Bible, there were a lot of people who didn't have children. There were some people who didn't have children. There were cases we know that they live up to their very, like Elizabeth for father Zachariah, father mother of John the Baptist, and even the Old Testament, the story of Abraham and Sarah, and so many other ones as well. So, but I think in Nigerian culture, we really have to try and start addressing and start addressing this, because the fact that when somebody don't have a child, it's just as if every other thing is not relevant. It's like if God is forsaking that person, or it's as if, oh, it's good to have children. But when we don't have children, I think we should start encouraging other ways of having children in the family. If it's by, I know the adoption is available in Nigeria now, but it's still something that is not being promoted. In this part of the world, some people can even say because of health reasons, they don't want to have children, they want to adopt. And you can even take your family or your cousin or your nephew or somebody, maybe your brother or sister's child, another child in your family, and raise them as your own. So, but it's something, thank you, Rachel. It's very interesting topic you said. Thank you. Rachel said it's very interesting topic. So it's something we really, really have to be careful about, the way we treat the childless couple, especially among the Christian people, especially. We are most guilty of this. People, the way they will look down on you, they will not take it, they will see you. Probably some people even go as far as, so if maybe something you have done, or some people will even go as far as to, maybe the woman, especially the woman, all the focus is on the woman. I think what we should really do is to try and seek as much medical support as possible, because some of these things can be sorted if you actually know, because there are some men who will even have simple low sperm count, and that could be the reason. Or there could be some other hormonal issues with the woman which can be easily sorted. I know some people will just say, oh, go to this pastor, go for this prayer, go to this prayer house, to that prayer house, go to this doctor, to the other doctor, even when they are not gynecologists. So if you have to see a doctor, please make sure is the person who's professional in gynae issue. Not just anyhow doctor, not any doctor that can deal with all those issues. Some people will just unnecessarily make you waste money. Okay, right, let me see. I can say that it's up to the man and the wife. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Sister Martina, I say it's up to the man and the wife. It is. But this childless couple, please, let's be sensitive to their needs. Let's not be telling them. Some people will even be using it to, you know how they do, you are quarreling. Oh, they'll be throwing innuendos at you. And it's just very sad. It's really something we really need to really try and come against, and try not to add to their misery, or their feeling really sad already. One thing I've really liked about YouTube, there are some couples on YouTube now who don't have children, who don't have children yet, or they have issues having children. They're actually able to share those stories online and able to share with each other, and there are even some success stories as well. So please, let's really be sensitive to these people, and and try not to be too judgmental and being sensitive to them. And if you can support, find a way to come alongside them. If it's prayer, you can pray to come in an encouraging way. And try not to flaunt your children. Oh yeah, me, it's not hard for me. Once my husband look at me, I just get pregnant. Let's try not to flaunt it in front of them. Because there are also other children is not really everything. I'm not saying children are not important. Don't get me wrong, they are important. But there are also people who are parents who can be very, very awful parents. So we really need to look at it properly. So yeah, let me just go back to the chat quickly. Ebo Naija Mama said, if you don't have children, a lot of people call you different names, which I don't mention here. Our thinking here is so annoying. It is. You are right, Ebo Naija Mama. It is. I grew up in Nigeria, so I know what it's like. So yeah, and Uju said there are many children out there that needs home. Adoption is a great thing. It's true. I think it's something we should be encouraging in Nigeria. I think this idea, when they go to church, they start telling you, oh, you must have children from your own loins or whatever. They have it biblical terms. They just pick up here and there and make you feel that going through other ways of being a parent is not important. It is important. Yeah. So yeah, and yeah. Sister Martina said the thing is, maybe if you have 10 children, people will complain even as they are not going to help as well as a child. They will still talk. So leave everything to God. Yeah, whose decision is final. Yeah, it's true. I know whatever you do, people will talk, but sometimes this topic needs to be talked about because that's part of the. I just feel sometimes this is a topic that I thought hard and fast before putting it out there, because I know it's a topic people will say it doesn't really matter, but these issues are going on. So when we talk about them, somebody that is going through that issue, we know that people really care about them, that will pray about them, just leaving it to God. Somebody that is not able to have children, that thing is really bothering them and is causing issue in their marriage, probably, especially when you're a woman in Nigeria, in Africa, the family of the man might even be wanting to throw you out of the house. I might think all the problem are your problems. And, so it's really difficult. So it's good to talk about them, because those people will go in their closet at night and be crying. It's not that easy. So people need to know that these issues, we think about them. And I know that there are other ways of being a parent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sheshe said, yes, I agree with the adoption route. And if we look at our Black and brown communities in our children who have the lowest rate, it's true. That's a point, Sheshe, especially in the UK. Yeah, it's true. In the UK, the Black children, especially, although Sheshe say Black and brown there, but especially, I would just spell it at the Black children, especially even Nigerian children. There are so many of them out there. They are the ones that are least likely to be adopted. And because we, even in this Western world, many of us Nigerians and Africans hardly come forward for adoption. It's not even up to 1% of parents who are not able to have children that come up for adoption. And our children, when we hear that they are being adopted by people from white families or people from other communities, we complain. But we are not putting ourselves forward, because everybody, especially those of us who call ourselves Christians, we are praying from now to tomorrow. I believe it, I claim it. I'm not saying we shouldn't claim it by faith. I have to be sensitive here, but it's really important for us to know that also adopting a child can actually make you less anxious. And because it happened in a lot of places, people actually adopt a child, and within 2-3 years, they fall pregnant for their own biological child. So, but I'm not saying that should be the reason why we go for adoption, because to help me calm myself. And no, do it. Just see that child as God's child, that God has brought to you through a different route. And it's something, if I have a way, that's part of the thing I really wanted to promote in Nigeria, to find a way where there are lots of deprived children in Nigeria that can come into loving homes and their life will be turned around, rather than just dying prematurely because of lack of nutrition, lack of basic care. So you just be able to bring all those children and look after them and find a way. But obviously, we have to be mindful too. Some people will adopt children and not treat them well. So it's a very sensitive, it's a very difficult balance to make. So yeah, Temi Becky's Kitchen said, I think we Nigerians need a lot of change. It's true, Temi. I think you live in Italy or so. Yeah. It's the same thing all over, especially in the UK. We shouldn't really, by this time, many Nigerians are here now. Someone like me, I've lived in this country for over 30 years. Many Nigerians have here that have live here for very many years. We have good homes, good cars, good jobs. It's only very few. It's not even up to 1%. So most of our children end up in foster care, and it's not. Sometimes they turn out not having a loving family life. So Sheshe said, I agree. We shouldn't be questioning people if they do not have children. Yes, yes. Then Sheshe also said it could be for a number of reasons, choice or very sensitive, difficult time for them. It's true. Some people don't even think of that oh, it could be very difficult time for the couple, or some people are even having miscarriages. That could be reason why they are not having children. And if you come and say, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? God will answer your prayer, and those kind of insensitive things you are saying to them. So you don't even know, maybe that person is just grieving the loss of miscarriage at the moment, and they're very sensitive. Some people hardly discuss it to you. With yourself, a very close friend, they will tell when they have miscarriages. So you don't know what they are going through. And some people could choose after having the first child because of health reasons, maybe because they had complications and the pregnancy was very life-threatening. They choose not to go through it again because they would rather be alive and look after the one they have and have loving family relationship with their husband and their own child than to go and put themselves through a risk of having another pregnancy and probably losing or becoming even losing the baby, or losing their own life, or becoming disabled, or having some very serious health complication. We really have to balance all of these things, and above all, be sensitive to these families. Yeah? Okay, Uju said again, the good thing is more people are bracing adoption in Nigeria. The cost and waiting list can be very challenging. It's true. Yeah, you are right, Uju. That's true. But meanwhile, there are a lot of children who are just living in the street in that same country. Oh, Auntie Vicky, thank you for coming. Yeah, Auntie said, because we the Nigerians are not going forward for the adoption, we are going back to Nigeria for adoption. There are many Black children that are here in London. It's true, Auntie, you are right. Yes. Yeah, Auntie Martina said, childless parents, I pity them, especially when they live with nasty people who remind them that all the time. Child-free parents, it is their choice. Shouldn't bother any mere talk. Yeah, it shouldn't bother us. Yeah, it's true. I know the child-free one, but the problem is we have to be open to their dialogue, because at the moment, I'm telling you what's going on. Many of our adult children are afraid to tell their parents that they don't want children because of the way we will react. I know it's a thing you need to process before you get to that point. I know it's not a joke, but it's something we have to be open to. Their life is different. And some of them will tell you, this world is already full of children anyway. Why do they want to come and add another one to this chaotic world already? And if they really want a child, they would rather go and adopt. There are a lot of children, they're crying out for a loving home. Right. Luana, my beautiful adopted younger sister. I've not really met you, but I've adopted you on YouTube now. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Very sensitive topic. Thanks for your thoughts on this. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for coming. So, right, let's move on to the matured one now, because I'm mindful is getting to 43 minutes past. Look, let's move on to the matured single, mature singles. So I just said singles in the title because it could be a man, it could be a woman. There are some men actually that just feel they can't really have a relationship, because many of them might either have some learning disability, or they are not really their functioning capacity. They don't really, not everybody can manage a long-lasting relationship. We have to be honest about that. But the problem in Nigeria, whether a man is able to manage a lifelong relationship or not, once you get to a certain age, they will even tell the parents, or they will ask the siblings to bring money, they go and marry for the man, and the woman will just be there, just struggling with the children. And sometimes that can impact on the children as well. But on the other hand, there are many of our single women, especially those in the church, who feel that they don't want to have children outside wedlock. They want to wait until they get the right partner. As we all know, the statistics shows that there are more women in churches than men. So where are all these Christian men going to come from? And some of the Christian men might actually go out and marry non-really Christian women, or they are more likely to be able to bring their girlfriend into the church to become Christians, to marry them, than for a woman to bring a man into the church to convert them to marry. I know it happens in cases. So that is why we still have a lot of matured single ladies, Christian or not Christian, maybe of other faith, that are not able to get married. They didn't find the right person, and they are now in their 40s, 50s, 60s. And it's another very sensitive area. But people, we really have to be careful the way we manage those people. We have communication with those people, and not be too judgmental about, oh, some people will even say, like, some people stop calling home because anytime they call their parents at home, oh, what are you waiting for? As if it's by force. And some people will say, oh, and even say, see their siblings that are married, that are even struggling, and they are telling you, especially if you are abroad, to bring money to look after those siblings' children. And they are very sensitive about all of that. And when they want to say some very insultive and not very diplomatic statements to you, they don't even blink an eye, which is not fair. Oh, yeah. Sister Martina said, good evening to you, Luana. You are right, ma. Tell me, Becky said, do you know? Might. Okay. Yeah, I can't. You were trying to say something there. I'm not sure what you were trying to say. You haven't finished yet. So I'm saying this StramYard is not as it's not as good as I don't know. Probably the other one has issues like that as well. I'm not quite sure if people couldn't type enough that time. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, please. So those people as well. If we have friends who are matured friends and who never married, and those people can be very, very good with your children and other people's children, even in the church, they work so hard. So people should respect them and just don't be so insensitive about, oh, sometimes some people even withdraw some comment to them in the church, especially when they try to support you with your adult child or whatever, teenager or children, to try and correct them. Some people will say, oh, go and have your own, that kind of statement. So we really, really need to be sensitive. And sometimes too, I know there's this thing as well, that majority of us Black women, we are not really, I know I have to be sensitive here, we are not really open to dating. It's not a hidden secret. We know, you see it on social media. So we are not really open to dating people outside our race. It's just the way we are conditioned. Even back when we were growing up, it was still more difficult, especially we women. We were, even at that time, even you marry outside your tribe was almost discouraged. But sometimes the brothers and the men are more likely to go and marry outside their tribe and bring back, and their parents we embrace it. But when it's for you, because they just feel, oh, you are going to be leaving us, you are going to another family, and this kind of overprotectiveness, and when it backfires in your 40s and 50s and 60s, you are left single, they are still the first person who will pick on you. You can never win. And now it's even more difficult now to even find the right partners because of, okay, before pandemic, people were not really, if you're not really socializing type, you don't really go out that much. So some people, and sometimes we have to be careful. Even someone like me, I have to learn to mind the way I talk to my single friends, because sometimes you can just assume and say, even like what I'm trying to say, and I say, oh, maybe they're one of those who don't like to date outside their race. Then you just throw it out to them, or they go on, what are you doing? I hope you don't be so prescriptive without asking. I think it's very good. Sometimes once in a while, I must have put my foot in. So I'm talking from experience, I'm holding up my hands. So this is why we have to be careful. If we are talking to them, let's say it in a loving manner and ask what they are doing, what their choices are, or what do you want me to pray alongside? Are you one of those who only will date somebody? If you are from Yoruba, only date somebody from Yoruba, or you are from Igbo, you only date somebody from Igbo, or from Edo, or whatever, Hausa, or wherever you are from. You don't want to date outside your tribe. You first of all ask and see what their preferences are. So that at least just say, I just want to know, so that if I find somebody or if I see somebody that you think is likely, don't you introduce, because we are all introducing ourselves to doing things, job, if you are changing career or whatever, you are talking, other people are talking to you who have done that job before. So why not in the same thing? So some people, and another thing why people choose not to even get married, even those in Nigeria, they will tell you, oh, look at even the so-called siblings. So if they are mature, if they are the older sisters in the family, and their parents are pressurized, say, look at even the siblings who said they are married, they are struggling in their marriage. Every time they are complaining, they are fighting. They don't have food, they don't have this. And I don't, that they don't want to end up in this relationship like that. They would rather be single than to end up in a relationship like that. But sometimes we have to be sensitive not to respect that. So yeah. And also, and this dating, online dating, sometimes don't presume. Because there was a friend I just asked, I said, oh, you need to start doing online dating with Black people. We try not to do this. It was like she started talking to me. We have one-to-one talk, and she actually was able to tell me all the things she's been doing. Meanwhile, she's doing online dating, and she's not one of those who don't want to date outside the race and all of that. So, but it doesn't still mean, because it's only the success stories and only the woes and success stories you hear online. So, but everything you do, even if you meet a person face to face or even in the church, you still have to be careful, because you can never really trust the other person until you live with them. Anyway, let me just try and go back to the chat again. Yeah, I think on top of the Black women are less likely. Okay, sorry, that one is gone. Sorry, I just need to move this up a bit. Okay. Bear with me, guys. The StramYard is not as maybe because I got used to the other one. It's not as user friendly as I thought. Yeah, Sheshe said on top of that, Black women are less likely to date outside their race. So if, for example, you are a Christian Black woman and you're less likely to date outside your race, okay, then Sheshe continued. You are so good at that, at this. So you know how to quickly send it before it's too long. You're waiting for a Christian man when the church tend to have all women in the church than men, more women in the church than men. Yeah, that's true. Then she also said, further reduce the pool of men they have access to. That's true. That's very true. Right. Luana, let me translate what you're saying. Luana says, sometimes it is the women's fault. Women who call themselves Christian can marry an unbelieving man and bring them to God. We can restore the family man, but sometimes we don't take the responsibility. Yeah, that's a very tricky issue, though. Sometimes, yeah, it can be a bit tricky. And if they can become Christians before the mass, it does happen. Some people do convert to become Christian if they really, really love the woman. Yeah. Oh, Christiana is back on dating. Online dating works sometimes. Yeah, it's true. It does work sometimes. Just like even face-to-face dating, introduction to dating. Yeah. And yes, it is important to have standard, but we should be sensitive and show love to mature people who always want a family, but for whatever reason. It's true. Yeah, we should really be sensitive. Yeah, yeah. You do say it's important to have standard. It's important to have standard. It's true. There are people who would rather not dabble into any relationship or have children outside wedlock because that's their faith and that's their belief, you know. But it's very difficult. It's just like other things we are praying for. There are even those of us who are married who are also praying for other things that is something we struggle with as well. Some unanswered prayers. Sister Vicky said, Auntie Vicky said, you are very, very right about the single women. May God help the Black woman. It's true. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie. Sheshe said, it's just it just did not happen for them. Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. If you are continuing your sentence, yeah, that we have to be sensitive to show love to mature people who always wanted a family, but for some what how it didn't. Yeah, it's true. Those are the ones we really have to be sensitive to. If we can, let's include them in our family life as much as possible, rather than being too judgmental around them. So you can invite them around for Christmas and, if possible, make them welcome in your homes and visit them and spend time with them where you can. Include them in your holiday if where at all possible. Yeah. and not just God bless you in the church and when you go out. And also our churches have to be very sensitive. We are so family focused. I'm not saying we should be family focused. We should always try and not only come forward for prayer for God to give you a life partner. Clearly with the black majority church, we are very good, bad at that. It's only the only time you remember the single people. It's only when you are calling them to the front and say, sow a seed so that God can answer your prayer. And bombarding them with the prayer and breaking the prayer on their head as if that's what's stopping them from finding the right partner. Whereas when clearly in your church, all the people are women, the very few men that are there are not already, either they're already taken or they are not fit for purpose. I'm really sorry to say that, but doesn't mean because they are Christian, then everything about them is just automatically is what you want in a man. And sometimes some people prefer rather not to get into all those relationships than to have very horrible relationship. Right. Linomi said you are right. We all need to be careful regardless of the race. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Right. Then Sheshe said, I think also as families we should encourage our children, male and female, that it is important to find a good person. Yes, it is important to find a good person. Yes, it's true actually. Then Sheshe said again, I know the young people, she's dominating the conversation today because the young people can type like I see the way they type, even when I'm having chat with Sheshe, sometimes I just prefer to do voice note because before I even respond to the first chat, she said she's already typed 10 in between. Yeah, they're so good at typing fast, aren't they? Yeah, right. The other thing she said, don't focus on race or yeah. He said we should encourage our children, male or female, to that it's important to find a good person. Don't focus on race or tribe or other tribal factors. It is the character that matters. Definitely, you are right. Yes. Yeah, tell me, Becky said, Amen. Amen. I'm sure it's something I said before. Yeah. Luana said, also, sometimes we pray for our own biological children, but things are not in place yet. It's true, such as our health and our home or the right father. It's true. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, I know what you're trying to say there because there are things we are praying for as well. There are some of us who have underlying health issue. We could be all smile in front of people and be crying to bed at night. The other issues we also are praying for. Divine Okokwo said, "I'm back again. Network is really dealing with me. What did I miss, please? Oh, sorry, Divine. Don't worry, you'll be able to watch it as a playback. And all of you that have just joined, please give this video a thumbs up. I'm not sure if you can see thumbs up on the. Let me know if you can see thumbs up on this live streaming. I think there's always a way you can do, if you can do whatever, if you can click, if you can X the chat, then you do the thumbs up, then you come back again, you put the live chat on again. Yeah? I'm not sure how they do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, can you guys give me thumbs up? Give the video a thumbs up, please. I know we are winding down now. We are going to be winding down. It's about 28 minutes into the live chat. I know it's actually past 7 now because initially I didn't know what I was doing. I think I didn't click go live. Me and all this technology. Yeah. Oh, you don't know where to get it. I understand. Yeah, when you finish, when you click the X on the chart, it will show you the like. But you can do like after. Let me not go and ruin it for you. You know, those of us of old school like me. I'm just learning on this job as I go along. Even this whatever today. Yeah, even this StramYard today, it was difficult. I did StramYard thinking so that people can call in, but look at how I ended. I didn't even know I have to create a phone number to put out there. So I think I might just go back to my live streaming next week. Yeah, but I don't know how to bring a guest onto live streaming. Christiana will help me. Christiana is an expert in StramYard. So you will help me. Yeah, let me try and be winding down. And next week, I'm likely to have a guest on the channel. I think that's what we are working towards. I'm working towards a kind of a special kind of collaboration with Christiana Okeke, Linomi with Christiana Okeke. Those of you who haven't seen her, especially those of you who are Igbo here, go and check her channel. On Saturday afternoon, she does live Igbo lessons. So yeah, please you bear with me. The rest of you that are not the rest of you that are not YouTubers and those who are YouTubers, I haven't mentioned exactly what you do. Divine Okeke is also a YouTuber. Divine Okoko, I mean. Uju is Ono is a YouTuber. So yeah, she has this lovely music. And Sister Martina, she's the one who sang that Igbo song that I sent to you some months ago when she posted it on her YouTube. Uju, that's my Igbo co-in-law. Is the mother of my son-in-law. So yeah, I sent it to all the Igbo friends I know. I sent it to other people as well. But there was one in English. There was one in particular that was in Igbo, but you have put the lyrics now. Yeah. So yeah, I can see my sister there. You said childlessness causes loneliness. It does. We agree. So we really have to be very sensitive. I will continue to pray for all childless couple. So those of us who are on this live stream today, yeah, God, we just lift all the childless couple and all the other couples that are struggling, or even the mature single that are struggling with either not being able to have the right partner or not being able to have child. Those who have only one child that would have loved to have one more, or those who choose to be child free for their own reason, for whatever reason, give them peace and let other people learn to respect them. And those who are childless, who yearn to have children, God to open their womb and bless them with children. So, and God, those of us who happen not to be in this boat, and we should learn to respect and to honor them, respect them, and be sensitive to their need, and not cause more pain for them. We pray that God give us the wisdom and a good outcome. Anybody that watches this video, take some positive out of it and some reassurance and some blessing from this video, that it's not just meant to be here to cause trouble for people or to bring open sore wound for them. That's not the aim of this video. It's just for us to learn to respect, and especially the only child as well. You might be an adult. Let us not rub our sibling relationship in their faces. If they are adult, only children who are feeling a bit lonely, let us include them in our family unit and adopt them as our siblings so that they don't continue to be lonely. So yeah, so I'm going to be winding down now. So on that note, next week, like I said, I'm working towards having a collaboration with Christiana. So on the Sunday or so, I think I will be appearing on her own channel. So those of you, it's not only Igbo language she does all of the other things here. You can see thumbs up if your phone just X. Yeah, it's true. The church is trying to tell you, if you're on phone, there are still 12 of you watching. So please do thumbs up. You just X the chat, then you will see the thumbs up, then you do the thumbs up. Yes? Yeah. And we are going to be winding down now. And after the live streaming with Christiana next Saturday, we have a very interesting topic we are going to be discussing. And obviously, I always put the advert out there and the thumbnail and the advert out as early as possible so that you guys can see what we're talking about. And thank you all of you for always coming to support me. And at this point, I don't really think there's anybody new that I've seen here today that haven't subscribed to my channel. And please share this video. If you feel anybody will benefit from it, share it to those people. And especially those people who are insensitive to these people's needs. That's why they need to hear all of these facts and that we have shared today. All right, thank you, Sister Martina said. Sorry, I always thumbs up. So those of you who don't know how to thumbs up, don't worry. When it has ended, go back and thumbs up for me, because apparently they said thumbs up is very important on the YouTube. So yeah, if anybody want to say a final word or a final word of advice, and say amen to the prayer that I've just said. So yeah, let's try and wind down now. And thank you everybody once again for coming to support me today. And God bless you all. And I pray that anything you have in mind, any area of your life that you want answer to prayer for, that God will honor it. And all that things you are struggling with, God will bring people alongside you to be able to deal with that struggle. Either being these 3 area or 4 areas we discussed today, the only child, the childless or child-free couple, or the mature singles. So all those 4 areas we discussed today, if that's your heart desire, that God will grant it. And if that's the area of your difficulty, that God will answer your prayer. And those of us who have health or work or other family challenges, God will also answer our prayer. And God will bring alongside people to support us along this journey. And those of us too that are here, let's try and take some tips on what we've learned today so that we'll be more sensitive and even talk to others. If you see anybody that's ever insensitive to people in this position, if we're in churches where mature singles are being overlooked, we speak up for them. Let's be the voice for the voiceless. That's what I want to use my channel for. That's why I'm discussing all these very sensitive topics that nobody really want to talk about. There are issues that are going on in our lives. Yes. And thank you all of you once again. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you so much for what you are doing now. It is so it's important. Amen. Amen. That's Sister Auntie Vicky there. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Divine Okonkwo said, I already thumbs up. Thank you, Divine. Auntie Martina said, Sister Martina said, thanks for the topic. God bless you and guide you through Jesus Christ, Lord. Amen. 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 All of you are saying amen, amen to all the prayers. Thank you all very much. I'm just going to type my usual thank you and goodbye. And hope to see you all next week and bring some of your friends along. You see how long it takes me to type. If it's you guys now, by now you finish these 3 words I'm trying to type. All right, thank you everyone and goodbye now. So I'm going to be ending this now. All of you are watching this later on. You can watch it as a playback and leave me comments, please. Thank you all.